Hello everyone, welcome back to Aisha Scrum platform, a place for all Scrum Masters to come in and excel. I'm happy to have you all again today. In today's topic, we're going to be discussing ways to facilitate productive and effective remote daily Scrum. Yes, I know I'm saying remote. I'm saying remote because my focus is to talk about ways I have done it, how I've facilitated daily Scrum in remote platform. And remote, meaning that we have developers that are distributed all over the world and you all are connected on a platform such as Zoom, WebEx, Google Meet, or Microsoft Teams. So that's going to be my main focus. So let's jump into it. So when it comes to daily Scrum, it's very important to know that there are different ways to facilitate daily Scrum to be productive. I know we all know about the famous 3 questions. What have you done yesterday? What you plan to do today? If you have any impediments or if you have any blockers. But my goal today is not just to focus on those 3 famous questions to ask during Scrum, but what are ways as a Scrum Master can we do to ensure that our daily Scrum is effective and productive? So there are 2 different ways we can facilitate daily Scrum. So let's say that in this case, we are focused on team that's matured. What do I mean by that? So we all know that for Scrum teams, there has different phases the Scrum team will follow through. And let's talk about the Tuckman's model of the team going through forming, storming, numbing, performing, and then later on they get to adjourning, right? And in this case, let's say that this daily Scrum today that we're going to be talking about a team that are already a high-performing team. So think about it, right? So a team that's already high-performing, they've been doing Agile and they've been successful in delivering increments at the end of the sprint, and they're like releasing every end of the sprint. So in this particular team, I don't think it's feasible for you to come in there and every day start asking the team, oh, what did you do yesterday? What did you do? What you plan to do on today? If you have any blockers. But instead, my focus in team that's already high performing is to get the team to be self-organized and self-managed. What do I mean by that? So we all know the Scrum guy stated that a Scrum Master do not even require to even part of a daily Scrum meeting, right? A Scrum Master have to ensure that the meeting takes place. I'm not saying this comes exactly from the Scrum Guide. And we all know that the Scrum Guide is like basically our guide on how we can get our team to be high performing. We all follow the Scrum Guide as a Scrum Master, and it did mention that in there. So in a case whereby the team is already high performing, they are delivering value, they're following the Scrum values, they all work together as a team. My goal in this case is to get this team to focus on facilitating this meeting and promote collaboration and communication between the developers. So in this case, what I've done for me, I know people do this differently, that have worked for me, is to, let's just say today is the first day of our sprint. The sprint planning is done. We already discussed what we're going to be working on. Everyone is happy about it. And let's say now tomorrow is our second day of the sprint. And when we come in for our daily Scrum meeting with team, we are communicating, we're coming in together, and I'm asking as a Scrum Master, who would like to start? And let's say a developer will be like, developer A will be like, okay, I would like to start. Then I'll be like, okay, when you're done, you should call on the next developer to go next. And I already know the team are very high performing. They will discuss what they worked on and what they plan to do today, and also without me having to ask all those questions. But instead, the team will just go on and discuss about what they are working on and if they have any impediments. And then that developer will call on the next developer, and that next developer will call on the next developer, and hopefully at the end, the whole developer will have communication amongst themselves, whereby I'm standing by and observing this communication between them, which is exactly what we want, right? So hopefully then everything went as planned, there's no any impediments, then what about our business? So let's just say now it's almost the end of the sprint, and like 3 more days before our sprint close. And we are looking at our board, we still see that there's a lot of tickets, like some of them like already in progress, and they've been sitting in progress for a while. And in that case, I'm not only going to be waiting for the developer to start communicating among themselves So when that's already completed, I'm then going to be looking at the Jira board and asking the team, okay, looking at our board, I see that we still have this tickets in progress. Asking open-ended question, very, very important. And ask the team, so far, let's talk about these tickets are in progress. I know so far we said that there's no impediment, there's no any blockers. So what is preventing us from moving these tickets to done? Asking open-ended question, very, very important. You know, start calling this developer name, oh, you did this, or you say you're going to do that. We're not calling names, right? We want to be respectful, right? And in this case, I'm looking at our Scrum board. I see that we have this particular ticket in progress. And so far, I've been hearing that there's no impediment. Are you going through any struggles, or are you going through any other challenges that I am unaware of, or the team is unaware of? If so, could you further explain? Do you want to elaborate on that? And then hopefully they'll start explaining. Next thing I do also is to open the Jira and summarize where we all stand as a team using the metrics. So one thing that I usually look at is in the Jira board on the backlog page. At the top, it always usually gives summary on the gray column, talking about the to-dos, how many we have in our current sprint that's still left in to-do, how many tickets that's still in progress, and how much we have completed so far. I also like give summary of that so the team and everyone is aware, because we're trying to show transparency about where every team is standing in right now as this sprint is moving. Another thing I also like to bring up to after the daily Scrum is to talk about the metrics, which is the burn-down chart. So I'm open up the burn-down chart and I'm explaining to the team, looking at our burn-down chart, so far we've completed 10 story points and we have not added anything on the sprints, and we have not removed anything so far in our sprints. We only have 5 more days remaining in our sprint. Hopefully, as the day continues to move, we're able to complete all of our items in our sprint. Very, very important that we give this summary. It's like less than a minute. You can use after the team already discuss about the tickets. Then you, the Scrum Master, do that to help get everyone see where we all stand as a team. Please, if you find my channel very valuable and all this content is so valuable to you, please subscribe to this channel for the YouTube algorithm. And if let's now jump on to the next topic, which is when we are facilitating a Scrum team that's not matured, right? So what do I mean by not matured? So let's say the team have been doing Scrum for like within 3 months, or we have members living in and coming. We have like not the same team. That also can be a team, because as a team leave, another one join, is like will affect the whole overall performance of the team. So when we have a team that suddenly quit, that also can affect a team by seeing this team as high performing, and the metrics can be all over the place, right? So in this particular team, when I facilitate daily Scrum, I like to be more involved in it. So meaning that in a mature team, I usually will get them to start it and I'm sitting back and just observing. But in a team that's actually not that mature, and I see there's a lot of changes happening within this team, then you, the Scrum Master, have to step in and guide the team into facilitating a productive and effective daily Scrum. So what I do then is to tell the team, all right, so right now in all of we're here in our daily meeting today, and who would like to start? And when the person starts, and I'm calling on the next person to start, and I will guide them to ask questions about, let's talk about your items, let's talk about your tickets. And they'll start talking about it, and as the ticket, they say, I have blockers here and there, and I'm opening up that ticket and that to see what else is written, and I'll ask the team member, could you please add comments to that ticket? And it's very important, because when they do add comments and give us the true updates on how that ticket is going, if there's anything that particular person is on, they are not available, someone else can be able to work on that ticket just by looking at the summary at the bottom and also the comments about where each people are standing. And I'm also like guiding the team to try to inflict the Scrum value in them by the way how I communicate, by the way I'll be asking questions to the team, and hopefully I'll guide this team to a high performing team. But in the beginning, for teams that are new to Agile, a team that have a lot of constant change, we have high turnover rates in the team, and we know then the velocity is not going to be up to date. this particular team, I am very cautious and very careful on what I say, because my goal is, my goal is to get the team to high performing, and it's not easy. It's a lot of challenge, right? But I will come in there and I will call on each person to go next, and hopefully by me doing this, when the team start to feel comfortable amongst themselves, I will now transition it amongst themselves and start asking the team to who want to go first, and then they'll talk amongst themselves. And yes, I am still looking at the metrics, summarizing the backlog where we currently stand as a team, also interpreting the burn-down chart to the team. So hopefully as we continue doing this as a team, the team will now get to high performing, right? So thank you all for listening to this, my own little brief way of how I've conducted daily Scrum. If you have any question, or if you need any more topic, you have challenges in your team you want me to talk about, please comment down below, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you have any questions, you need any mentoring, or any way you're struggling as a team, email me down below, or you email me on all social media platforms in Aisha Scrum. Thank you all again. See you again next time.